Hello, Deck Reviews here, and I'm going to do a review on fanning powder. This is the very first time I'm using it. The three decks I'm going to be using it on are these three decks. I'm going to use it on the Maverick Deck. This is a very bad deck. It's a smooth finish, plastic finish deck, plastic coated, really bad. Sentinels, for some reason, they don't fan when I fan it. They clump up real bad. Let me show you. Alright. When I fan it, I get some clumps at places. It kind of ticks me off. And when I giant fan it, I do get clumps as well. See, clumps right there, clumps right there. Fanning powder might fix the problem. And I'm powdering the stud deck as an experimental deck because studs are very common and I have a lot of stud decks. Like, I could already fan it, but we're going to test out the fanning powder on it anyway. I'm going to fan powder the Maverick deck because this deck's just plain bad. It's very hard to fan. If it wasn't for my ability already, I'd find it very difficult to fan. Alright, we're in my backyard, wearing gloves, and I got a mask right here. I'm going to put this on. Safety first. Alright, let me get my fanning powder. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a giant fan, and then just shoot it all over the cards. The first deck I'm going to do it on is the stud deck. Oh yeah, and I got my paper bag right here. Alright. Yeah, they fan good. Love stud. Perfect ferrule for a giant fan. Alright, here goes. I'm a little nervous. Alright, I think that's what you do. Then, what I'm going to do is I'm pretty much going to spread it and throw it inside this bag. Oh, shoot. Wrap up the bag like this. Alright, I shook it up for like, I don't know, another 3 minutes. Let's take a look at the cards. Very powdery, there's some mist coming out. Should be a little careful. From what I hear, breathing this is very, very bad for you. Alright, so I'm gonna fix up the cards a bit. They're all messed up. If I was really a magician, I would just wave my hand and then all the cards will be fixed. But I can't do that. Alright. Let's see. They feel kind of good right now. Gotta get rid of that excess powder. I'm a little excited. This is the first time handling a powder deck for me. I'm gonna barrel shuffle that in there. Get it nice and smooth. Alright, That's the stud deck. Alright, now it's the Sentinels. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to film it though. I want you to take note that the cards are clumping up on me. And if I try to do a giant circle, the cards will slide around. With fanning powder, it makes the card less slippery and make it slide around less. Yeah, see, I'm dropping cards. So let me fan powder this deck too. Let's see. Oh shit. Yeah, I don't think you want this on your eyes, so. Alright, last but not least, the Maverick Deck. I just want to show you the fanning ability real quick. Alright, my fanning ability is really good. But anyway, we're going to see how fanning powder will react to a smooth finish deck. Alright, gonna sprinkle this on. And I'm gonna toss it in my paper bag. Alright, getting rid of the powder. And I'll show you what the results are now. Alright, I just finished powdering my cards. Now let's check out how it feels. The cards feel a little bit more clumpy. Yeah, when before I powdered it, this deck was a lot more slippery. It feels like a broken in deck. Cards are a lot easier to pressure fan. That's really neat. Yeah, a lot easier. No exaggeration right there. Yeah, this makes pretty much the powder made the deck less slippery. And that's a good thing, actually. When the cards are less slippery, it makes it easier to do a giant circle fan. Like, let me do one right now. Like there, I did a circle fan. Not a circle fan, I did a giant fan. Boom. Giant circle. On my Sentinels, it sort of, it's solved. Yeah. The cards can fan now, a bit better. A lot better than it was before. Yeah, it made fanning easier before. I feel where it would clumping up, but it's not clumping. It's kind of weird. When I do giant fans now on this deck, I don't get that one card getting clumped up. It's perfect. It made this deck feel like the way it should. And finally, the powdered Maverick. It actually made the powder made thumb fanning actually worse on this deck. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But pressure fans did improve. I could pressure fan this deck a lot better than before. Alright, so do I recommend fanning powder? Based off my first impression, that was my first time I did a powder session. I guess that's what it's called. I could say I recommend it. I also recommend it if you only do flourishing. I don't do flourishing, so I think I'll just settle for the one can I bought. I don't recommend it for Magic though, because I found like earnest changes pretty difficult. Yeah, I can't even do one. Earnest changes are more difficult. You're not going to want people to touch this because the cards feel freaking weird. And you lose all the, when I compared this to the stud deck after it was powdered, they feel practically identical. You're losing some card qualities, card characteristics. Like, we all know the Sentinels are like super thin, but they fan like crap. And then we all know the studs, they feel like rider backs. Well, after powdering both decks feel the same. And if every deck felt the same, then what's the point? Alright, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to subscribe, I don't give a crap, but thanks for watching. I'm never gonna powder my decks for deck reviews because I simply don't need it.